Are you thinking about moving to North Carolina? Wait, because you may not want to after watching this video. Today we're going to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't move to North Carolina, so you better stay tuned. And if you are new to the channel and want to know all there is to know about the Charlotte area, make sure you click subscribe and turn notifications on. That way you'll be the first to know what's going on in our local housing market. My name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group, powered by eXp Realty. And every single day, myself and my team are getting calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, either looking to move to the Charlotte area or within the Charlotte area. And guys, I'll tell you, we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, text us, email us, or schedule a Zoom meeting. The link is just below. That way we can meet face to face. We'd love to learn a little bit more about what you're looking to accomplish and how we can help. Now guys, North Carolina is an awesome state. I mean, come on, I live here, so obviously I love North Carolina, but there are some things you do need to know before you choose to move to North Carolina. And some of these things may make you reconsider your move. And guys, make sure you do stay tuned till the end, because the last thing you want to make sure you know before choosing to move to North Carolina may just surprise you. And there's definitely things you want to consider, like weather. Now guys, fall and springtime are fantastic here in North Carolina. It's very cool, nice, beautiful to be outside. Now summertime does have its really beautiful days, but it does get pretty hot. You'll see multiple triple-digit days. And as far as winter, now guys, I'm a baby when it comes to cold weather, so I think it gets really cold, but it's not that bad. But you can see snow a couple times throughout the year. Overall, I do really love the North Carolina weather. I mean, we're definitely cooler than places like Florida, and we're definitely warmer than places like New York. So it's a nice Goldilocks for us, and you get all 4 seasons. So you can see the leaves change. You get to really experience those nice springs, nice falls, the cozy winters, and the beautiful summers where you can get on and enjoy the lakes. And while we're talking about weather, let's talk about severe weather. And yes, you can see it all across the gambit. We get tornadoes, floods, hurricanes, we get ice storms, snowstorms, oh my. But guys, it's not that bad. We get a little bit of everything, but it's never too severe. Now, I will put a caveat to that, because hurricanes can get pretty bad, especially if you're on the East Coast. Obviously, that's where the hurricanes come in at. But if you live towards the center or the west side of North Carolina, by the time those hurricanes reach you, a lot of times they're much less severe. They may be a tropical storm or just a thunderstorm. So we do get affected by a little bit of everything. You're gonna see a couple tornadoes, but nothing too serious and a little bit more sporadic. You will see hailstorms, but they are few and far in between. We do get snowstorms, but it's once every 3 years or so. In North Carolina, you're gonna find a lot of the power lines are above ground. So when those storms come through, you can have down power lines, which means you're out of power for quite a bit of time. Could be a day, could be a few days, could be a week. Usually never too much more than that, but it may be a good idea when you're moving to North Carolina to invest in a generator. But the next big factor is North Carolina's green. Guys, we have some beautiful landscapes, some large forests, some lush greenery. You're gonna find some gorgeous landscapes all the way from the mountains over to the coast. But there is a concern that comes with that. The concern is North Carolina has a lot of green, which means depending on where you live, you may be driving down a lot of 2-lane country roads that have a lot of forests that really kind of block that moonlight at night, which can lead to you having lower vision, making it a little bit more dangerous to drive. And because we have a lot of greenery, it attracts deer, right? So you have a lot of deer kind of jumping out through the roads. You may hit a deer or another small rodent. Something to consider and keep an eye on depending on where you live. And guys, with all this greenery comes another concern, which is bugs, everybody's favorite topic. And guys, I will tell you, we do have a mosquito problem here in the Charlotte area at least, but all over North Carolina. I feel like every single summer, I love sitting on my back porch, but I'm battling mosquitoes every day. But there are companies that can mitigate that issue. You can get tiki torches that repel the mosquitoes. Obviously, you can use bug spray. And on a lot of the homes here in North Carolina, you will find screened-in porches, so those mosquitoes can't get in while you enjoy your backyard. You can also see fire ants, ticks, and termites. And you're probably saying, oh no, I'm so scared of North Carolina. But guys, it's really not that bad. Obviously, you'll find fire ants across the country. And ticks are really only concerning if you have a dog, which they have treatment to really mitigate that, or if you go out into the woods. And when you leave the woods, you just want to make sure you check yourself so you have no ticks. And termites, you can always get a termite bond on your property, something I always recommend to keep you safe from termites. And on the creepy, crawly, and poisonous, we do want to mention that you will find snakes, most likely copperheads and water moccasins in North Carolina, but it's really not that big of a deal. I don't really run into them very often. You may find a copperhead in your backyard. And you also have alligators, but mostly on the East Coast. And if you are considering moving to the Charlotte area, myself and my team have put together a huge relocation guide, guys. It's the ultimate guide, and it's 100% free for you. You just scan this QR code right here. It gives you a ton of information on all the schools, communities, other statistics, and data points, so you can make the best decision for your family. Next thing you want to be aware of before moving to North Carolina is allergies. And guys, we already mentioned it's really green here, so you're going to find some common allergies, one being pollen. Now guys, in March every year across North Carolina, pollen will affect your day-to-day life. Pretty much blankets the entire state. So even if you don't have a pollen allergy, you will be affected because your car will be yellow. But if you do have a pollen allergy, then I'll give you a little secret to help you out so you can still move here to North Carolina. All you need to do is to go to a local farmer's market and get some local honey. That local honey will clear that allergy right up. So next thing you need to know is it's actually more expensive to move here than you may think. Now, North Carolina is extremely popular and the popularity continues to grow. I like to say the secret's out, right? We always land on one of the top 5 famous lists every single year. There's a lot more people moving to North Carolina than moving out of North Carolina. I mean, guys, in 2021 alone, 366,000 people moved to North Carolina. So if you are moving from a state more people are leaving, like California or New York, you may find those moving costs to be pretty expensive. Which brings us to housing costs, which may be a little bit higher than you expect. We always call it sticker shock when people come to the Carolinas. They're pretty surprised about where the prices are. Now you can find a really good deal in some very rural towns in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, but if you're looking in one of the big metros like our area, Charlotte, Wilmington, or Raleigh, you're gonna be pretty surprised by that hefty price tag. I mean, home prices in North Carolina have increased by 40% since 2021. So like I mentioned earlier, the secret's out. And I'll tell you, we help a lot of people relocating to the Charlotte area, and a lot of them are surprised at the Charlotte home prices. Now with that being said, we are pretty attractively priced compared to some of the other major metro cities across the country. And the last thing you want to make sure you know before you move to North Carolina, guys, is people are friendly. And you may be asking, Josh, how is that a negative or make me not want to move there? And guys, I'll tell you, I actually really love this. People are very friendly, they're welcoming. You'll run into people that you may have met once and they'll start asking about your family, your kids, how everything's going. But if you are a type of person that is a little bit more fast paced and really has a lot of things to do or is very busy, maybe from up north, that may annoy you a little bit. People move a little bit slower here, especially in the more rural areas. Now, when you get to the metro cities, things do move quicker, but people just really care about you here. They want to talk to you. They want to learn a little bit more about what's going on in your life, and they're friendly. So I personally love this about North Carolina. So guys, those are the main things you really want to make sure you're aware of before deciding to move to North Carolina. But the biggest question is, are you still considering North Carolina? I'll tell you that I really do love North Carolina, and maybe I'm a little biased because I live here, but it's an awesome state. There's a lot of green, there's a lot of beauty, the people are great, and we're rapidly growing. And we service the greater Charlotte area, but if you are considering moving to the Carolinas, I do have a very strong team across the Carolinas, so we can connect you with a very strong agent wherever you're looking to make a move. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, call us, text us, email us, schedule a Zoom meeting. The link is just below. We'd love to learn a little bit more about what you're looking to accomplish and how we can help. And if you know a friend or family member that would gain value from this video, go ahead and share it to them. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you around town.